Hello and welcome to the channel. I appreciate the support. Make sure to hit a like and subscribe if you're new or if you're lurking. Do it! Anyway, let's go right in. So, Sony backs single player gaming in leaked PlayStation documents. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. Yeah, let's move on. Let's go. So right now, I'm actually playing God of War on the PlayStation 5. So for me, as I'm getting older, I appreciate single player games more. I used to love the multiplayer on games, especially back in the heyday. I used to play a lot of the Madden games. I used to play those actually online a lot way back. I want to say like Xbox 360 days. I was pretty hardcore on that, and just multiplayer games in general. But as I've gotten older, I've actually enjoyed the single player experience, and I enjoyed like everything about it. Just like the stories, the just I don't know. It's just so satisfying when you do finish a game and you get to see. It's for me. It plays like a movie. Every game plays like a movie, especially if it has a very well written story to it. Like my best one that I've enjoyed so far. I haven't beaten it yet, but I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. That had an amazing single player experience. And like I said before, right now I'm playing God of War for the PlayStation 4. I'm playing it on the backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 5. And then there's a couple of other games that I'm playing also that I still have yet to beat. I have not finished Ghost of Tsushima yet. I'm gonna finish it eventually. We all know that Sony likes its single player games, and I love them too. That is exactly why I decided to purchase the PlayStation 5, because I enjoyed single player experience games. I enjoyed the Miles Morales game. Amazing game. It was like just the right amount of time. Like it didn't go too crazy. Like it wasn't a very fully it was a fully experience, a full game for me. It was a full game experience. But I feel like they didn't make it too damn fucking long that you can't beat everything in it. But I've actually finished the game 100%, and right now I'm just working on all that other stuff to get the platinum trophy. I want it to be my first platinum trophy. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Over the course of the last generation, company produced a number of solo-focused blockbuster games. God of War, working on it. God of War 4, actually. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I've actually beat this one, and I'm gonna start playing this one. Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, just to name a few. All these titles reviewed and solid and sold extremely well. You know why? Because Sony took the time to make them extremely well. The one game that they're actually missing from this list is The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 2 was an amazing game, amazing experience, amazing story, in my opinion. There's a lot of hate when it comes to The Last of Us Part 2, but for me, I enjoyed the ride, and it was well worth it until the very end of the game. But for me, like, the ending kind of like, I'm getting worked up now. I feel like I'm getting worked up. Towards the end of the game, I felt like it was dragging a little bit longer. Like, for me, I was literally screaming at the TV, just let it go! Just let it go! But she couldn't let it go. If you play the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've beaten the game, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. To the point where PlayStation brand is now synonymous with immersive single-player games, and we'll keep buying them because I love single-player games. I fucking hate games with live service. For God's sakes, get rid of that shit. Like Marvel Avengers game, I fucking hate live service games. I prefer to just have it completely separate, so I cannot wait for Cyberpunk 2077 to come out, because that's going to be the next huge game that I'm going to be playing the shit out of. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. I see Cyberpunk and I just go crazy. But even taking all that into account, it's hard to ignore Gargantuan success of multiplayer titles like Fortnite. Not into it. Grand Theft Auto Online. Not into it either. Making it a hit that kind of scale certainly isn't easy, but the reward for doing so is a revenue stream unlike anything else in gaming. It's something that Sony is well aware of. According to a leaked presentation as obtained by Vice, the Japanese giant makes a point by stating everyone knows single player is dying. Hell no, it's not. Hell no. A worrying sentence until you realize that Sony is actually disagreeing with it. Single player experience is not dying. I mean, even for Electronic Arts, where they're pushing this live service, their game, the Jedi Fallen Order, that game sold solid. Like, it's a solid game. Like, they actually took the time to make a single player experience game that people cared about, that is very immersive, that it holds you on, it holds your attention, and it's not this bullshit fucking monetization loot box nonsense, and they push that shit down your throat. It's none of that. It was a single player experience, and then once it's done, it's done. And that game sold very, very well. So that's for you, EA. Stop it with those fucking games. Stop with the live service crap, okay? Anthem is never gonna make a comeback, so just move on. Okay. Anyways, after sharing some internal data on how PlayStation users spend their time, the presentation continues. Single player is thriving. Indeed, Sony research suggests that players are skewing towards offline gaming on a regular basis. It's fairly safe to assume that Sony will be sticking with its commitment to single player games as we begin the PlayStation 5 genre. Are you happy to hear this? Hell fuck yeah! Son! Yes, I am very, very happy about that statement, and I cannot wait to see what Sony is going to be able to do with the PlayStation 5. We've only got a glimpse of what they're able to do with the PlayStation 5 with Miles Morales and Demon's Souls, and Demon's Souls is just the beginning. So we have a very, very bright future looking for PlayStation 5, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what they have to show us in a few years from now. Whether it's Returnal that's coming out next year, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, is it Rift Apart? Yeah, Rift Apart. I can't wait to play that game. That was actually not on my list of games that I want to play, but after seeing so many footages, I'm sold. I want me some Ratchet and Clank, and I will pay $70 for it gladly to get that game. So, and maybe another few games that I might look forward to for PlayStation 5. I really can't wait to see what God of War looks like from anything from Santa Monica Studio, Insomniac, obviously, any one of those Sony Studio games. I cannot wait to see what they bring out. They've only showed us like a glimpse of certain games, but I want to see more, and I can't wait to get more. And as developers learn the tools and how to work the PlayStation 5, we are only going to get better and better and better looking games. And the same thing for the Xbox Series X. There's not a lot of games on the console right now, but in a few years from now, like 1 or 2 years, we're going to start seeing amazing games once those studios have kicked in full in gear. As you can see, Microsoft purchased a lot of studios. And anyway, Sony, like I said, you got to pull your hats off to them when it comes to first party games. They nail it. They have a ton of franchises that they can focus on and build upon. So going into the future, like I said, I cannot wait to see what the next God of War looks like. Hopefully they make Ghost of Tsushima 2, because that game was fucking amazing. And yeah, I still have to beat it because I haven't beaten it yet. So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on. Like, I can talk about Sony all fucking day because it's amazing. The PlayStation 5 is amazing except for little glitches here and there, but that will improve over time. We could have at least waited until next year, and maybe they could have made more units available. But, you know, I digress. If you enjoy this video, give it a like. If you're lurking, why don't you subscribe, man? Do it. It's not going to hurt. You have yourself a very wonderful night, alright?